BBC News with David Harper. President Xi Jinping has been delivering a keynote speech in Beijing at the climax of celebrations of the centenary of the Chinese Communist Party. Addressing massed crowds in Tiananmen Square, President Xi said the Communist Party had transformed the future of the Chinese people and altered the landscape of world development. Before the speech, massed choirs sang communist anthems and military aircraft soared overhead. The former US actor and comedian Bill Cosby has been released from prison after Pennsylvania's Supreme Court overturned his sex assault conviction. It found that an agreement with a previous prosecutor should have prevented the 83-year-old from being charged in the case. Bill Cosby has served just over 2 years of a 3 to 10-year sentence. The former US Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld has died at the age of 88. He was one of the most influential members of George W. Bush's administration. He oversaw the invasions of Afghanistan and Iraq, and critics blamed him for many of the failures, including the prisoner abuse scandal at Abu Ghraib. The United Nations Children's Agency says the economic collapse in Lebanon is putting children at risk because the majority of families can no longer afford to meet their basic needs. UNICEF says almost a third of Lebanese children are going to bed hungry, while access to education is diminishing. Political opponents of the Brazilian president, Jair Bolsonaro, have launched a new attempt to impeach him over corruption allegations related to the purchase of COVID vaccines and his handling of the pandemic. Dozens of left-wing parties, trade unions and others listed more than 20 accusations, including negligence in what they called a super request for impeachment. The source code for the World Wide Web, written more than 30 years ago by Tim Berners-Lee, has been sold for $5.4 million at an auction in New York. It was sold in the form of a non-fungible token. That's the latest. BBC News.